Hi, Alisdair.
Hi, mate. How you going?
Good on you. I'm really well. Hey, we're thinking about doing this partnership with you, and between Striver and UNSW Business School, about helping our students basically find jobs. And so I'd like to know, tell me a bit about Striver in a nutshell. What do you do?
Yeah, so what we do at Striver is we help new entrants to the profession and while they're still at university, articulate themselves and really sort of think about where they want to be and where they want to be what their first sort of job wants to be. We help them articulate themselves, present themselves in the best light, and then get in front of the decision makers, the people that are actually going to give them the jobs. From my perspective, and how I got my career started, going through the whole grad recruitment program is really, really tough and really, really harrowing. So we try and take the sting out of that, hold, university candidates' hands as we approach the process and get them their first job so that they can get their career underway.
Now, how is that different from, a student just applying to a job out there? What sort of value does Striver actually provide for students that put their information into your database?
Yeah, good question, Ian. And it's really noisy. Big organizations or any organizations put their grad programs out and get thousands and thousands of people applying. And that's sort of what you'll do. You'll probably just apply for as many people as possible. But you're not going to get feedback on why you're not getting an interview or cutting through the chase or what people are looking for or how to articulate yourself or why your CV isn't cutting through or why your application is not making noise. So what we do is we help you with all that, but we actually go to those employers and take you to those employers so you meet the person making the decision, because the hardest thing is getting in front of that person. All the stuff before that, there's lots of ways you can get it wrong. We support you with that to make sure that you can get value out of that and be better at that. But ultimately, you need to get in front of that person, and that's what we do for you.
You talk on your website. You've been around since 2013. You've had 7,000 students apply to you. You've got 3,000, if you're right. You've interviewed 3,000. You've identified 800 students that as possible candidates, and then you've actually landed jobs for 500 of those. That's sort of like a 7% hit rate. So from that point of view, from a UNSW student, if they just say of the 10,000 business students at UNSW, of which 8,000 are actually accounting and finance students, they all suddenly apply. How are you going to handle all of that?
It's a fantastic problem to have, Ian. And we've got a lot of process in the business, and so we're building in case competitions that we're doing with you. We can do online assessment centers. We can put mass groups of first and second year students into paid internships, which then allows us to move away from traditional assessment. Right? We can also we're also working with machine learning ability to give you sort of online career coaching. So we've placed over 600 now. So that number online is a little bit out of date. So everybody that comes onto the platform, we give some value to along the way. And not everybody needs a job through us. A lot of people just want to come and get some online support or some direct support or some coaching or direction on how to present themselves. And they don't count as direct statistics for us. So we give everybody that comes through our process value no matter what. And there's lots of different ways we can identify the right talent for the right firms. And we've got over 400 firms that hire through us now.
Because we've been talking, Alisdair, about trying to help Striver basically showcase our students. So, for example, through the UNSW Finance Career Showcase, we're trying to, in a sense, provide a way in which students can show themselves, but also by working with Striver, how do you think that's going to help students become more visible in your system?
Well, I just think, our main focus is about how do we help your students present themselves as best as possible to showcase themselves in the best light. And that sometimes, put your hand up and take some help from that. And so it's sort of a self-fulfilling thing. The more we can support your students, the more our clients will hire your students, and the more of our clients that will come to the party and hiring. And, it's a great time to be entering the workplace at the moment. There's a real talent war for businesses. So this allows us, and different to what you might find in other solutions where you might work with somebody that sort of put 10 of you in front of one firm. We aim to put you in front of several firms to see which ones, you know, fit the best for you, and then work in your best interest or your students' best interest to make sure that they get the first job that they get really resonates with what their purpose is and really aligns with what their needs are. So that's the benefit. The more we work with you, the more firms that we work with, and then the partnership sort of grows.
So what sort of things apart from jobs can students get access through if they apply through Striver?
Yeah, so we have partnerships with some of the biggest investment and superannuation and insurance houses in the country. We work with them because they give you know, some job ready tools and some financial literacy structure around, you know, making sure that you enter the workforce with your, you know, your personal situation as set up as best as possible. That's something we're really passionate about, helping the financial literacy of people entering the workforce. We also have access to lots of events and forums and communities which we like to share. We've got access to scholarships. We've got access to you know, full programs we run around inclusion and diversity in the financial services profession. So there's lots of different community-based activities that we work with. There's a lot of content and support we can do around helping you get job ready, even if you don't need a job. And then obviously some stuff that we're working with very much around personal literacy and getting yourself, you know, established to make sure that you make the most of the opportunities that you get.
And for example, if through our partnership, would that mean that UNSW students have some edge over other students that are actually using the system? So for example, through getting scholarships or getting to internships and even eventually a full-time job?
Well, Ian, I'm a bit one-eyed here, mate. I am alumni from the great establishment of University of New South Wales. So in my mind, you get priority no matter what. So I'm just going to say yes to that.
Okay, that's good on you. Okay, so in terms of like, so what does a student have to do to sign up?
It's really easy. It's like, it takes less than 30 seconds. So you go to striver.careers, sign up as a student, and away you go. It's a couple of clicks. I'll make sure that there's a link in this video and we'll make sure that any comms that it's there. But striver.careers, sign up, answer a couple of questions, and it's away. Unlike any of your applications that you're going to, you know, grad applications, you're going to spend a lot of time doing in hours and hours. Ours is 30 seconds. We make it as simple as possible because we want to get to know you and cut out all the noise.
That's great. Great. Looking forward to it.
No worries, Ian. Thank you. And thank you, University of New South Wales.